From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. The Stewart Creek fire, which began June 19th, is now at 45,000 acres and is 4.5 miles south of the Chena River, according to the Alaska Fire Service.
The fire, located on military training land in the South Fork drainage of the Chena River, is one of several that continues to burn in interior Alaska's warm, dry weather. Falling ash from the Stewart Creek 2 fire was reported Monday at 12-mile Chena Hot Springs Road and in the Chattanooga River drainage north of Cleary Summit. Last night's gusty winds helped the fire to expand northward. The borough has been calling residents along Chena Hot Springs Road, advising them on what preparations need to be taken if the fire jumps to the road.
Those that are within that stretch of mileposts 14 and 30 are being advised on the 911 reverse call for them that they need to be prepared. The next step here is to take care of a plethora of items within their residence, documentation, legal documents, pictures, pets, specifically pets and things of that nature, to be prepared for a moment's notice for if indeed the next call is from, unfortunately, from if this thing, the fire itself pushes us to the next level, then they would be getting another call, and at that point they would be imminent for evacuations, but we're not there yet.
The borough also says those with medical conditions or owning livestock should make preparations to move now.
Meanwhile, Two Rivers community members, although concerned with the fast-moving fire, say they've been here before in recent weeks, speaking about the Canooty fire that burned near Two Rivers Lodge. News Center 11's Daryl Lewis was back in the Two Rivers area late this afternoon. He has more.
Thanks. Once again, I'm out here in Two Rivers, 24 Mile to be exact, where the threat of fire once again has community members and firefighters concerned. Up and down Chena Hot Springs Road, fire information officials schooling Two Rivers residents on what lies ahead.
Yeah, it is at 45,000 acres. It grew significantly and over the last couple days, so it is being watched very carefully. It all depends on what the wind does this afternoon. We're not sure, and so we're, until we find out which way the weather's going to push the fire, we're going to see. Currently, the fire is holding the line. That was the last word we heard, and the wind was very favorably pushing the fire against itself, so it was burning on the interior, but that could quickly change this afternoon depending on the weather pattern.
And community members saying we've been here before, alluding to the Canooty fire, and also saying getting the correct information out, the biggest priority.
What we are trying to do is make sure that we get the correct information from BLM and the fire service, because that was something that we noticed last time, was people tend to the gossip kind of goes because people are getting scared, and so so we're all just keeping in contact.
You get texts from a lot of friends and things like that, and
Facebook and all
Facebook, and it's saying everybody's evacuating, and then we just went down to the Two Rivers store and found out that it's not an actual evacuation, it's just an evacuation watch. So, but because we had a trial run, it's kind of nice. We kind of know what to grab and throw into the camper and throw into the back of the truck and things like that.
Now, as mentioned, fire officials say no evacuation has taken place at this time. Only a watch is currently in effect. They also say, however, that could change at a moment's notice. From Two Rivers, I'm Daryl Lewis, News Center 11.
Just before 7 Monday evening, Fairbanks firefighters responded to another blaze at CNR Pipe in South Fairbanks. A 25-foot-high pile of scrap cars had caught fire, putting out a large plume of black smoke. Since the area has no fire hydrants, fire trucks from several departments brought water to the scene. Heavy equipment from CNR was used to take the pile apart, and the fire was extinguished. It took about 2 hours and 60,000 gallons of water. Fire officials say the exact cause of the fire is unknown.
The Better Business Bureau today issued a press release saying a Fairbanks-based used auto dealer is accused of ignoring customer complaints regarding repair and service issues. Better Business Bureau says it recently identified a pattern of complaints against Jeans Chrysler Center alleging that repairs are not made in a timely manner, vehicles are held for extended periods of time, some as long as 30 days, and that customer service representatives are difficult to reach. The release said Jeans Chrysler Center has failed to respond to 7 BBB complaints within the past 3 years.
Over the past 3 years, we've written over 34,000 repair orders. And over the past year, we've taken and we've redone our shop. We've added lifts. We've added heavier duty lifts. Better Business Bureau mentioned that over the past 3 years, they've had 7 unanswered complaints. And if they have 7 unanswered complaints, I'd be more than happy to look at them and see what they are, but I'm not aware of them.
All right, when we come back, U.S. Army Alaska gets a new old commander. We'll tell you more.
Also, a deployment ceremony was held on Fort Wainwright for a company getting ready to aid in the drawdown of U.S. soldiers. Those stories are next. Stay with us. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we do. No, ma'am. She's coming. That's my boss. That's my lord. No.
I love it when they act like they really use that fresh of ingredients for the pizzas. Welcome back to the Fbx Evening News. United States Army Alaska announced today that they will be welcoming a new leader in the next few weeks. Major General Michael Garrett has served as commander of USARAC, but has since been selected to be the next chief of staff for U.S. Central Command out of MacDill Air Force Base in Florida. However, USARAC will be gaining a familiar face and former commander of the 172nd Stryker Brigade Combat Team, Major General Michael Shields. Shields led the 172nd Stryker Brigade in their 16-month deployment during Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2006. A change of command ceremony is scheduled for July 30th at J-Bear.
A deployment ceremony was held this morning for the soldiers of the 539th Transportation Company based out of Fort Wainwright. 90 soldiers with the company will deploy to Kuwait later this month to help aid the nation in its efforts to remove soldiers from a decade-long wars in both Iraq and Afghanistan. The soldiers' job will be to transport supplies out of country in aid of the drawdown. The company is slated to be deployed for 9 months while performing what their leaders called a, quote, vital and important task in our country's safety.
Theirs will be a story of protecting our nation from terrorists who would do us harm. I know their story will all make us proud. The company's mission is a difficult yet vital step towards bringing American troops home from more than a decade of war. The soldiers in front of you will be at the tip of the spear. We know it's not an easy job, but please understand that we appreciate how important it is to the safety of our own country.
And a correction, we will have more on the 539th Transportation Deployment tomorrow on the Fbx Evening News and News Center Final in our military report.
People with respiratory problems who live in interior Alaska have to find ways to deal with the summer and the smoke. News Center 11's Monty Bowen has more in this week's Health Report.
Typically, medical people don't see a large increase of patients with respiratory problems the first few days of the fire season in Fairbanks.
It's not like an on-off switch, it's more like a volume switch. and it slowly increases over days and maybe even weeks.
People who have had respiratory problems like COPD and asthma or bronchitis need to take special care.
Not only does it increase exacerbations of respiratory disease, it can also increase allergies. It can even cause allergies in people who have not had them if they're in smoke-ridden areas.
Most of the advice concerning health problems related to smoke is common sense.
The short answer is to stay inside. I believe that a lot of the PM 2.5 particles stay outside and don't get into our airspace as long as our doors and windows are closed. Air filters help. For those with asthma, it's important that they stay on their medications and follow the written asthma action plans.
The elderly, children, and people with health problems should stay out of the smoke as much as possible and see a doctor if they become ill during heavy smoke periods. Monty Bowen, News Center 11.
The Health Report is brought to you by the Ear, Nose, and Throat Clinic, located in the Medical Dental Arts Building. Call 456-7768.
Last week, 3 students of Hutchinson High School attended the Skills USA National Leadership and Skills Conference held in Kansas City, Missouri. Skills USA is well known across the nation. However, some are unfamiliar with the organization and what it does. News Center 11's Justice Soule was one of those 3 students who competed in television video production, and she files this report.
Carpentry, automotive, welding. Those are just a few of the competitions Skills USA offers high school and college students to help them prepare and gain experience for their desired career.
When employers are hiring today, they want to hire people that have experience, and any level of experience before you get employed is going to make you a more valuable employee, and Skills USA instills that, and it's that perfect bridge between what employers expect and what education does.
Not only is Skills USA a good way to gain experience, it also is a great way to meet others in their career field.
They're going out, they're meeting employers, they're meeting other people in the industry where they can network, can branch out, they can learn some new techniques from different people, different areas of the United States.
A goal of Skills USA is to make sure students get into a career they love.
If we hate our job, we're miserable. So we need to, if you like something, you need to pursue it. Just look at Skills USA, we're the example of it. There's so many opportunities to make good living, take care of your family, and do what you love. And that's the key, you gotta do what you love.
To learn more about Skills USA, visit their website at skillsusa.org. Justice Soule, News Center 11.
Her first package
report.
Good
job for Justice.
I like it. Very good job, by the way. She placed really high across the nation.
Ones growing up.
I know.
I just can't believe it.
All right, we'll change subjects.
She's yelling at us in our ear to stop.
Yeah, it's okay. But hey, the 4th of July weekend is coming up. There are a few events where people can show off their patriotism and athleticism. And coming up out of the break, we have the results from one of the toughest competitions in the interior.
What is that?
Find out.
Hello, Interior Alaskans. I'm your new leader. My name is Joe Cook. You refer to me as Cookie Monster the Great. And I will rule with an iron fist, but I will be kind if you honor me properly. That is the deal. Hello, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here, the Sports Seat for you, bring you some KTVF sports on this Tuesday evening. By far, it's widely considered to be the toughest and most grueling race in the interior. There's nothing sweet about the Slews Box 100, which concluded over the weekend. Competitors had 36 hours to complete 100 miles by foot or by bicycle. But bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. You never heard that song? I hope I'm not getting pink eye. My right eyes have been leaking all day.
Need some drops?
No, I need less moisture out of my eye.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Yeah, it's like it's been in my eye all day. Hello, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here in the sports seat, bringing you some KTF sports for this Tuesday evening. By far, it's widely considered to be the toughest and most grueling race in the interior. There's nothing sweet about the Slews Box 100, which concluded over the weekend. Competitors had 36 hours to complete 100 miles by foot or bicycle in this test of endurance and grit. Andrea Dubanichik passed with flying colors, finishing in 15 hours, 37 minutes, and 21 seconds. She finished almost 90 minutes ahead of runner-up Amy Breen. Laura McDonough came up from Anchorage to win the women's running title. It took her a little over a day, 24 hours, 1 minute and 1 second. Eric Smidgall was the men's running champion, completing 100 miles in 18 hours, 20 minutes, and 30 seconds. Drew Harrington came in under 20 hours, and David Fee was third and was the last runner to finish at 24 hours, 43 minutes, and 7 seconds. Kevin Brittenbach was the fastest overall, finishing in 10 hours, 17 and 43 seconds by bike. Defending champ Tyson Flaherty was second, coming in 6 minutes and under 11 hours. Team Superfly, Taryn Lopez and Greg Deemer won the bike relay just under 14 hours. The winning relay team of how many more miles? Steve Taylor, Tom Moran, Aaron and Kate Martin, and Sarah Young finished in 16 and a half hours. For complete final results, just click on the webcenter11.com sports page. Recently, the Nanook swim team released their schedule for the upcoming 2013-2014 season. The season starts on October 12th with the blue and gold pentathlon, where each Nanook will swim 100-yard races. The season officially begins with the Nanooks hosting Beola on the 25th for 2 dual meets. The second weekend in November has UAF hosting Division I Loyola Marymount. In December, the Nanooks will once again participate in the 65th Husky Invitational, competing against 6 different schools. The last home meet of the season will be against Cal Baptist on January 24th. The big change will be training outdoors in Southern California this January instead of their usual mid-season training indoors in Flagstaff, Arizona. Head coach Scott Limley feels that this will help the team be better prepared for the conference championships, which are held at outdoor facilities. The PCSC championships are February 5th in Monterey Park, California. The NCAA Division II swimming and diving championships start March 12th in Geneva, Ohio at the Spire Institute. For a look at the complete schedule, just log on to the sports page at webcenter11.com. July is the best month of the year, not just because it's my birthday month, but the 4th of July, of course. This holiday week and weekend, you can get outside and enjoy the sun as much as you can. On the 4th at Pioneer Park will be the 20th annual Independence Day run. Pre-registration is going on now at Beaver Sports and Play It Again Sports. It's just $20. Registration is $25 on race day. The first 100 who register get a t-shirt. 5K holiday race starts at 10 a.m. and is sponsored by Running Club North. If you're prepping for a cookout on the 4th and can't make the Independence Day run, man, I love some cookouts, then the Jingle on July could be your opportunity. The North Pole Jingle Bell Run and Walk for Arthritis is this Saturday at 10 a.m. at Santa Claus House in North Pole. Proceeds go to the support of programs and services of the Arthritis Foundation. It's a 5K for the adults and serious athletes and 1K for the kids. You'll get a t-shirt, bib, and oh yeah, jingle bells. For more information on this race and the Independence Day run, just go to the webcenter11.com sports page. And the Fairbanks A Legion baseball team couldn't turn in some solid performances into wins in recent games. After losing 14-10 to South Anchorage on Friday, the 49ers lost 2 in a doubleheader against Wasilla on Saturday. Derek Overby pitched well, but the 49ers lost 2-1. For the weekend, Jake Kriebel went 8 for 10 from the plate and a walk. The 49ers A team will be back in Anchorage this weekend for 5 games in 3 days. A doubleheader versus Kenai on Friday. Then they play Diamond and Bartlett on Saturday. They wrap up the trip against Eagle River on Sunday. Fairbanks is 5-7-1 on the summer season. And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. For more KTVS sports, you can just go to Twitter, YouTube, website11.com, and you can get our mobile app. Stay cool, Alaska. Mike Schultz has your full weather forecast coming up next, and we'll catch you next time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back into the Fairbanks Evening News. Mike Schultz with you. And I've got some good news regarding the weather. We just got a call in from Eielson Air Force Base. It's raining to beat the band there, so maybe that'll move out over the fire and help dampen it down a little bit. We can only hope that because we have a lot of clouds and showers around. We'll show you that in just a little bit. But starting off with our photograph tonight, a beautiful one. This one's sent in by Christine Pomeroy. She was over southeast Alaska and was able to capture a magnificent sunset here on the mountains. And again, beautiful shot there. If you have a photograph to share, by all means, send it to me at Mike Schultz at KTVF11.com. What's going on as far as the numbers this time of year? The normal high 74, the normal low 53. Today's high, only 72 degrees. Record high 87 in 1986. Record low 38 in 1924. Sunrise and sunset, 21 hours and 16 minutes. A loss of 4 minutes from yesterday. Here's our latest radar zooming in around the Fairbanks area. As you can see, we have lots of showers and some thunderstorms embedded in these showers moving around the Fairbanks area, down around Eielson Air Force Base. That's where they're getting the heavy rain right now. So I think we'll probably get some showers here in the Fairbanks area, but the most important thing is we get them out there near the Chena Hot Springs Road area. That's the most important thing. What's going on as far as our satellite picture across the state? Again, you can see a lot of moisture down across the Gulf of Alaska and over the western side of the state, and no real organized systems. They're all going all different directions as far as what's going on across the rest of the state. Temperature-wise, you can see temperatures are cooling off. 57 degrees at Juneau, some showers there. Cloudy skies at Ketchikan, a little rain falling at Bethel. Only 47 degrees. 51 at Nome with some showers. 59 at Barrow, cloudy, and Fort Yukon 72. Lower 48 weather. Once again, hot temperatures are in the news. Not quite as hot in Denver, but again, in Salt Lake City, the 6th day in a row they've been over 100-degree temperatures, and over the eastern side of the country, lots of showers and thunderstorms. You can see those roaring up the east coast here, a pretty good jet stream bringing that moisture. And then again, more activity moving across the desert southwest, hopefully helping to put out some of those fires they've got going there. As far as the overall picture for later on this week, the jet stream once again remains well to the north, allowing all that hot air to come up and continue across the western half of the lower 48 with thunderstorms over the eastern half. All right, back to Alaska for tomorrow. The northern section, rain showers at Barrow, rain in Nome, and thunder showers for Fort Yukon. Here in the interior, we'll be looking at partly cloudy skies with just a few isolated showers in Healy and the Fairbanks area. Over southeast Alaska, it looks like more rain in for the forecast for Juneau and isolated showers in Ketchikan. While out to the southwest, we're looking at light rain in Cold Bay, showers for Kodiak, and rain showers in Bethel. And over the south central sections, showers expected across the region for Anchorage, Valdez, and Homer. Here's your forecast for the remainder of the night. In the Fairbanks area, looking at 49 degrees, cloudy and hazy. A few isolated thunderstorms still not out of the question. Tomorrow's forecast, again, lots of warm temperatures, but not as warm as it has been, 71 degrees, partly cloudy skies, some areas of smoke and some showers. And the extended forecast, as you can see here, looking at a very nice July 4th, 73 degrees, while overnight lows will be dropping down into the low 50s, and no precipitation expected through the weekend. Looks like temperatures rebounding a little bit to warm up to around 80 by Saturday and Sunday.
That seems like we could really use the showers.
Yeah, they're getting them out there, the Eielson Air Force Base area, but hopefully that, like I said, will transition over to where the fires are going on.
Hopefully.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. That will wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. As always, we're glad you could join us.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, women and deadly drug overdoses. The numbers are skyrocketing. That's next with Brian Williams.
You can join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webcenter11.com.
And we're going to try and keep you updated what's going on with this fire and let you know all the different advisories and watches and things like that. But right now, we're going to say have a good evening, everyone. We'll see you back here at 11.